Hi friends, welcome to another episode of Running with Alicia. I'm Alicia, a doubly certified run coach, here to teach you some things about running. I'm glad you're here, now let's get into it. Hi friends, on today's episode we're going to talk about all things run coaching. We'll talk about how plans online that you can get for free versus working with a run coach are different. We'll talk about what I personally feel are the core reasons why a run coach is beneficial. We'll talk about why my clients feel a run coach is beneficial. And then we'll finish off with a little bit more about my run coaching business and a couple of reviews from my run coaching clients. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. All right, so let's start off with how the free online run coaching plans are different than working with a run coach. So we've all seen those plans online that you can go on many different websites and get for free, which are great. And for some people, those work perfect. But for a majority of people, they miss a run and then they can't figure out, should I put it back in? Or they miss a long run and they're like, oh, I don't know what distance to do now. Using a run coach takes out the monotony of life. It takes out that wondering what you're supposed to do. So for some, those free plans might be perfect for you. They may be enough, but for majority of people, they find that they're feeling like they want more out of a run. They feel like they are wanting to get it more personalized to their actual life. Using a run coach can definitely be an asset to you. So the plans online, they give you the day by day of how to get to a half marathon, a 5K, a 10K, a marathon. They don't give you the specifics of what your goal might be. It doesn't necessarily help you get faster. It doesn't talk about strength training. It doesn't talk about the other aspects of running that a run coach can help you with. It also doesn't answer your questions. So a huge asset of a run coach is that you can ask questions. Why am I doing this? Can you help me get to a specific goal, a time goal, a distance goal, and work towards you and your specific goals rather than a broad spectrum of here is a distance that I'm trying to get to, and these are just the day by days that you're going to do. All right, let's get into the 5 reasons why I personally feel like a run coach can be beneficial to a run. So, number 1 is accountability. Now, with the plans online, although there are Facebook groups and things that can keep you accountable, it doesn't have that one-on-one aspect. A lot of my runners talk about how it helps push them towards their goal because they have somebody not really hovering over them, but watching their progress. Whereas if you get one of the plans online, you don't necessarily have that accountability that you may need. To a lot of people, the accountability of knowing somebody's there and making sure that they're doing their runs is super important to them. I know for me, I have my runners and I know that they're also watching what I'm doing. It's a two-way street. I keep them accountable and they keep me accountable. They're the ones who are pushing me to get out the door to do my runs, as well as I'm the one that's helping keep them accountable doing their runs. The second reason why I personally feel a run coach can be beneficial to a runner is that the person is knowledgeable. If you are working with a run coach, they have some sort of certificate. They have gone through the training to know and be knowledgeable about the most up-to-date things. I know personally that I am constantly learning and growing. I'm reading books, listening to audiobooks, growing my knowledge of what it is to be a runner and a run coach, and trying my best to be the most knowledgeable that I can for my runners. Now, I don't know everything, and neither does any run coach. But I personally believe that if I don't know something and somebody asks me a question, I am going to take the time to find out the answer and do the research. And that also helps me be a stronger and more knowledgeable coach in the process. The third reason why I personally feel like a run coach can be beneficial to a runner is for support. It's kind of like accountability, but support is a huge thing to a lot of people. Not everybody has somebody in their life that's a runner. And so having that support of somebody who understands what it is to be a runner is hugely beneficial. The reason that I chose the name for my run coaching business, Running with Alicia, is not only because I want you to be not only running with me as a client, but also running with me as a fellow runner. I'm out there doing the miles just like you are. I have seen and felt the things that you're feeling. It is that support of somebody that truly understands what you're going through. The fourth reason why I personally feel like a run coach can be beneficial to a runner is that a run coach can give you the tools that pertain to your specific goals. With the plans online, like I talked about before, you don't have that specificness to your goals. So you might have a very specific time goal, and those plans online are just giving you the mileage. Whereas a run coach can put in those speed workouts that are going to help you get to a time goal. Your run coach can help you so that if you're struggling with a certain distance, getting past those walls of the training and making it so that your endurance is better, your speed is better, also helping you with things like fueling and having that knowledge again to help support you and get you to your specific goals. A run coach can also help you with things like balance work, strength training, different things like that that are also going to help you get to your goals in the best way possible and hopefully injury-free. The fifth and final reason why I personally feel like a run coach can be beneficial to a runner is that it takes out that life hassle. It takes out the thought process of what am I supposed to do today? Like I talked about before, if you miss a day, where are you going to put it in? One of the big things about my run coaching is that I am personalized and I help people who have busy schedules specifically. So if you're somebody who is trying to work in those runs, but you're not really sure which days or when you're supposed to put them in, that is something that a run coach can help you with. There's somebody that can take that thought process out of, okay, how am I supposed to do this? And it gives you a little less stress and makes the running a little bit more fun. I know a personal goal of mine is to help my runners feel like they really enjoy running. So a lot of runners, they'll come to me and they're like, okay, I really want to do this goal, but I don't really like running. It's not my favorite thing. And I always hope by the time that they hit their half marathon or their marathon or whatever their goal is, that they turn to me and say, Alicia, now I really enjoy running. Thank you so much. And I have had plenty of people come to me and say, you know what? I'm starting to really like running. All right, a few of the other things besides those 5, which all of my run coaching clients said were important to them. There is a few other things that some of them mentioned. They wanted somebody to pivot and roll with the punches and meet them with their busy schedule. So something with my run coaching is that I am 100% personalized, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. But a lot of my run coaching clients chose me specifically because they wanted somebody that was going to meet them where they were at with their busy schedules and help them adapt to their life and fit in that running. I send out weekly schedules, which allows us to truly roll with the punches and adapt to what life has for the week. So if we need to move things around, we can definitely do that. Another thing that my run coaching clients were looking for was injury prevention. Now, myself and no other run coach can promise that you won't get injured. So I personally try and make sure that you have all of the tools to make sure that that injury prevention is there. So I give you all of the tools to try and make sure that you aren't going to get injured. Now, that doesn't 100% mean that you won't necessarily get hurt. There are other things in life. I do talk a lot about recovery and rest and the importance of those. And those, no matter if you're using a run coach or not, are going to be very important parts of injury prevention. The last 2 things that my run coaching clients brought up that they were looking for in a run coach are, one, somebody to push them out of their comfort zone. So a lot of them felt like they had used those plans that were online and they were in this comfort area. They felt comfortable with the distances, but they want to broaden their spectrum of knowledge and wanted to move past where they felt comfortable. So for a lot of them, it's moving from that half marathon to that marathon and pushing themselves to the next level. The second thing that they wanted is somebody who is motivational and relatable. Now, that's a huge part of why I coach the way that I do. Each week when I send out the schedules, I also send out a motivational quote. Motivation and having that proper mindset is a huge part of my coaching. So I help runners understand where their learning style is, how their mind works, what is beneficial to them to get them to their goals, and make sure that their mind and their body are connected. With the relatable part, I am also running too. So I am out there on those streets running and they see that. They see that somebody is doing this with them so they don't feel so alone. They can say, oh, you also did these distances how did it go, and we can relate on those experiences as we're doing the training. All right, so a little bit about my run coaching. I am a doubly certified run coach. I am certified through RRCA and UESCA, and I chose to be doubly certified just because I like to have extra knowledge. Like I talked about earlier in the video, I constantly am learning and growing. So I'm reading books, I am listening to those audiobooks, I'm listening to podcasts, trying to be the best coach possible for my runners, making sure I know the most up-to-date science and the things that can help my runners succeed in their goals. Before I was a run coach, I started a Facebook group and I had been mentoring runners since 2016. I absolutely love helping runners. And so in May of 2023, I started my business, Running with Alicia. And truly the name is because I want you to feel like you're running with me. We may not be running exactly side by side in person, although I have run with some of my runners at races, which is super fun. I wanted you to feel like you are not alone, that you have somebody that's truly by your side and that is going through the process with you. The way that my run coaching is different is I am 100% personalized. I send out weekly schedules rather than monthly or bi-weekly because I want you to feel like I am listening. I hear you. I hear the concerns about your busy life and the reasons why we may need to switch things around and adapt. I always tell my runners, I write things in pencil because things can always change. No matter how busy your life schedule is, things can come up. Things may need to be adapted, and that's okay. We can roll with the punches and still get you to your goals. I do specialize in first times at distances. So anywhere from a 5K to a marathon, if it is your first time doing a distance, that is my specialty. Although that is my specialty, I do help runners get faster. I've helped runners get PRs. I've helped them get to distances that they didn't know were possible. I've helped runners feel better and stronger getting to those finish lines. So if you are somebody who is interested in my run coaching website is runningwithalicia.com. And on there is a consultation questionnaire. And if you're interested in scheduling a free consultation, you can go onto that consultation questionnaire, fill it out, and we can set up a meeting time. It is 100% free, so we can always set it up. You can ask questions, and if you decide that my coaching isn't right for you, that is okay. Here are some genuine reviews from some of my run coaching clients. I hope that this video has been helpful and it taught you a little bit about what it is to work with a run coach. Have a great day. Happy running.